Alright, y'all. So what are we talking about today, huh? First, before we do that, look at his beard. Check this beard out. Is it looking scrumdiddlyumptious or what? You know what I'm saying? Is it looking impeccable or what? You know, everybody can't grow nothing like this. But let's get back to the topic of the video. What we here to talk about today. What y'all tuned in to find out today. Let me let y'all know. It's about what radar am I currently using in my car every day. What radar am I trusting to get me from point A to B without a ticket? Now let me go in first to why I even have a radar, because a lot of people say you should get a radar, you shouldn't get a radar. So what made me go out and spend my money on a radar detector? All right, so I got one ticket going to Tyler, which is about 3 hours away from Houston. For those of y'all that don't know, drove 3 hours, got almost in Tyler, like maybe 15 minutes from my parents' house. Got 15 minutes away, got pulled over. Got a ticket. Guess what day this was on? It's not no normal day. This was on Christmas Eve. Now, what cop got such a bad heart to where they gonna give somebody a ticket on Christmas Eve? That don't make no sense. Like, when I seen the lights, I just knew that I wasn't getting no ticket. I was like, okay, it's Christmas Eve. You know, I was maybe going 10, maybe 12, 13 miles over the speed limit, so I'm good. You know, he gonna let me go with a warning. Nah, they don't give no warnings out that way. Gave me a full ticket. So I got that ticket, speeding ticket. He said I was going 21 miles over the speed limit, said I was going 91. Now I am in a Charger thing, you know, gotta understand, there's some power in here, but I wasn't going no 21 miles over the speed limit. But they can pretty much say whatever they want to say unless you're gonna fight it. And I wasn't trying to do all that. I would have to drive all the way back out there just to try to fight it. And I just wasn't really down with that, man. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go on and pay it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do the defensive driving, and that's gonna cut my ticket price down, and I'm gonna be good. So paid the ticket, did the defensive driving. I thought I was straight. So then, like 2 months later, I get pulled over again. Now, since I didn't have this car, I got pulled over twice within 2 month period. And I was like, something gotta change. Matter of fact, ask me where I was at again. In Tyler, Texas. Well, on my way to Tyler, right outside of Tyler. In one of those little cities. And that's where they always get you at, is in those little cities. So I was like, man, something gotta change. I gotta do something different. Because this is my second ticket. So I had got 2 tickets in the past a long time ago, back to back. So I kind of knew about like deferred adjudication. I heard about it. I had to do it before. So I was like, okay, I can do the deferred adjudication. So that means that I can't get another ticket within a 3-month period. And if you get another ticket within a 3-month period, then that means both tickets go on your record. Not one, but both. Even the one you did defensive driving for previously, it still goes on your record. So it's kind of like a gamble. It's like a all of nothing type deal, if you would say. So I did the defensive driving, you know, so I got that out the way for the first one. And then for the second one, I did the deferred adjudication. So I was like, man, I gotta do something different because I done got 2 tickets in this car. And then some people might just say, just slow down. You know, all the trolls out there, they're gonna say, well, just drive the speed limit. You ain't gotta worry about that. But truth be told, especially in little cities, speed limits change. Like, if you just listening to some music, it's easy to zone out and not notice that the speed limit dropped 5 miles or 10 miles. And especially in some cars, like, you be going 10, 20 miles over the speed limit and it feel like you going the speed limit. Like, you don't even be trying to speed. So I was like, well, what am I gonna do? So I started researching radars. And there's a couple good ones out there. The one that I was gonna go with at first is the Max Escort 360. So that's a really good radar. It got really good reviews. It's actually the most expensive radar that you can buy. And you know me, if I'm gonna do it, I gotta go top of the mook. I gotta go all the way. You know, I can't half do it. Can't go out there half stepping. Because if I get a ticket, I'm gonna say, well, it's not because, you know, radars don't work. It's because I got one of the cheaper ones. I should have got the Max Escort. So I was gonna get that one, but I would have had to order it. And truth be told, honestly, I just got a better deal on the one that I ended up getting. So, you know, it's still a really good radar, one of the best out there on the market. So there's that one, and then there's the Valentine. So I heard a lot of good things about the Valentine. So you can't go wrong with either one of those radars. Like, just because I went with something different, you're not gonna hear me downing either one of those radars, because both of those are some really good radars. And you would be really good with either one of those. But the one that I ended up going with is, drumroll, the Uniden. Now let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what the Uniden look like. I kept the box for the exact purpose of this video. Never threw it away. So let me show y'all the Uniden, all right? Let me get this shit set up here. All right, this is the Uniden. Okay. So it got all three bands, K band, KA band, and X band. All those. Now, if you ain't never had a radar, you probably don't understand the difference between the different bands and the different significance between, you know, the three different bands. But just know, for the purposes of this video and making this video short, just know that it's three different bands. All of them are very important. They tell you different things, but ultimately they all keep you from getting a ticket. So this is the one I ended up going with, and I'm about to show y'all. Let me show y'all what's in the box. What comes in this box? So you got the traveling case. You got the outlet. It goes in a cigarette lighter. Put that in there. It comes with the suction cup. So that's how you stick it to your windshield. And it has to be in the windshield to work. If it's not in the windshield, it's not gonna work. And also it comes with the main piece, which is the radar. Oh, and also another suction cup. It comes with two different ones. But I use this one because this one just looked more significant. It looked more, you know, so I use that one. But this one right here is also a really good one. So I'm not gonna go into the whole box because basically I just showed y'all what's in there. Okay, so this is all the things that it does. Digital signal processor, red light, tells you about the red light cameras, which is something big because you will be going through a light that you don't even know is a red light, and if it's yellow and you barely beat the light, they can snap your license plate and send you a ticket in the mail, and you don't even know that you went through a red light ticket, or nevertheless, not to mention the fact that you got a ticket coming in the mail. Also, voice alert, so it'll tell you, it'll say verbally that it's a cop nearby, so you can start slowing down. Also, it does 360 protection, which is something that a lot of the radars don't do. A lot of them don't do 360 protection. They'll just tell you if it's a cop in front of you. So if the signal is not coming from in front of you, it's not going to notify you, which is important because, you know, sometimes it's a cop behind you. It's not always a cop in front of you. Sometimes it's a cop behind you, and I would like to know that it's a cop coming up on my ass. Not to mention, just this radar going off will let you know that you don't need to smash on the gas. You don't need to try to pass nobody real fast. You don't need to try to do none of that dumb shit, because it's a cop somewhere and they can get you, pull your ass over, and that's a ticket. And with me going long distances, like from Tyler to Houston, Houston to Tyler, and Dallas, and all in between, it's really good to have. Also, so let me just go ahead and show y'all what the radar look like, okay? This is what the radar look like. You know, it's small, it's sleek, I like the Uniden because it's not as big as some of the other ones. It's not as bulky. Like, I'm already blind. I can't have something just covering up my whole vision area, my whole field of vision. So this one's good for that. It's small. And let me show y'all what it look like and what it sound like when you turn it on, okay? That's what it does when you turn it on.
X-band, K-band, Ka band.
So those are 3 bands and lasers.
GPS
so
connected.
It'll also tell you if it's a cop hitting you with a laser. So it has memory. So if you pass by a grocery store, and like, for those that are kind of familiar with radars, y'all know that when you go by like supermarkets like Walmart and stuff, the radar detector will go off. Possibly. Sometimes it might go off because the sliding doors at different places like banks and grocery stores and just all different type of places that got sliding doors, those have radars in them. That's how they know when to open and when to shut. So your radar detector might possibly will go off. So that's important because you don't want to always hear your radar going off and it's not even a cop near, because you like, you know, what the fuck? Like, why is my radar going off? Is no cop near me, no cop around me? So this one will automatically let you know if if you went through a place where it's a sliding door. It'll let you know that the second time you go through there, it'll let you know that it is not a police officer, and they'll let you know that by the memory, and it won't go off again there. Also, you can user mark it right here where it says mark. If you go through one of those places and you like, it's not no cop here, you can mark that area physically if it continues to go off every time you pass by there. That way you know that that's one of those areas and you're not going to be alarmed. Because if you keep hearing it going off and it's not a cop, 9 times out of 10 you're going to stop slowing down. You're going to stop slowing down because you're going to be like, well, this wasn't no cop the last 2-3 times, so why should I slow down now? So this radar has that ability, that capability. Okay. Also, let's talk about the prices, because that's what it boils down to for a lot. So the Uniden, like I said, I got a good ass deal on this radar. So I got it from Car Toys in Houston, and they was selling it, I think it was like $350 or $360. And that's a good price for something that they say is one of the best all-around radars that there are out there. Now, the only thing about the Max Escort that it has that this one doesn't have is the arrows. So on the Max Escort, it has an arrow up if the cop is in front of you. It has an arrow down if the cop is behind you. One to the left if the cop is somewhere on the left of you, and one to the right if the cop is somewhere on the right. So it'll give you direction so you know where to look. That's one of the main reasons I was gonna get the Escort. But like I said, money talks, and it was a better deal on this one, so I went ahead and got this one. But nevertheless, the fact is that it's a police somewhere near you. So regardless of where the police is, you technically should be slowing down if you got sense and you don't want to get a ticket. I got tired of giving these people my money, man. I ain't gonna lie. And it's like, if I get another ticket, my insurance gonna go up. I'm gonna have to pay the ticket plus the other tickets that was gonna go on my record while I was trying to do the deferred adjudication. It's just too much. I was like, the money I'm paying for that, just go ahead and put it in one of these bad boys right here and don't have to worry about it no more. So if I was trying to get a radar, the main question that I would have, and when I was searching, the main question that I had was, does it really work? Does the radar detector really work? And I can vouch for it personally. I can let y'all know that this radar has saved my ass numerous times. Times I ain't even been speeding. I was going the speed limit, and it goes off, and I look around, and it's a cop zooming behind me. in my rear view, zooming past me. Or I'm on my way somewhere and it goes off and I slow down and it's a cop in front of me. So it has came in clutch a bunch of times. And then, so like up here to tell you how many miles per hour you're going. You can also change the setting from city. You can change it from city.
Menu.
Right?
Advanced. Highway.
To highway. So if you're going on the highway, it's better for picking up signals on there.
City.
And if you're in the city, you're riding around there, it's better for picking up signals in the city. So you can switch it up. And on the top, it has, let me just take it down so y'all can see it. If I can get this thing down. Y'all caught me struggling. Y'all see me struggling right now. Okay. So, on the top, it's the power button. You can turn it on and off, which I never do. I mean, it goes off anyway when you cut your car off, so it's kind of pointless to turn it off to me. Also, the volume down, volume up, because sometimes it'll just be beeping so loud and you just don't feel like hearing it in your ear. So you can turn the volume down, but if you do turn it down, I would advise you to be careful, because you don't want to turn it all the way down and it's going off and you don't notice that it's going off and you end up still getting a ticket. And a lot of people will ask, are these legal? Yes, they are legal if you're in Texas. It's also a bunch of other states. For most states, it's legal, but it's a couple of states, I think maybe Virginia's one, that these are not legal. So you kind of just gotta check with your state, not with your state, but you know, like just Google online whether radar detectors are legal in your state. And you know, you can find anything out on Google, it'll let you know. So that's the radar detector. That's why I got one. A lot of people always say, like, I hate to say it this way, but a lot of the old folks say, why you get a radar detector? They don't work. You know, if you got a radar detector and it's so good, the police are gonna come out with something that's better. Like, that's what pretty much every older person has told me. The police come out with something better. So it's not gonna work. You're still gonna get a ticket. And I'm like, that's not true. Like, there's been X-band, K-band, KA-band for the last maybe 20, 25 years, maybe longer, I don't know. There aren't any new bands. Those are the only bands. And this picks up all those bands. Well, there's some smaller bands, but police don't use those. Those three that I just named are the only possible ones that you can really get a ticket off of. And the laser gun. But it'll even let you know if it's a cop hitting you with a laser. So it's really, I don't want to say flawless, but it's added protection that you wouldn't have if you hadn't got a radar detector. So if you've gotten a lot of tickets and you're not trying to pay that extra insurance, you're not trying to do none of that, man, I feel like a radar detector is the way to go. I wouldn't return mine. I didn't return it. I was happy with it. Had no reason to even want to return it. It's doing its job. And knock on wood, there ain't no wood in here, but knock on wood, to this day, I have not got a ticket since I had this radar. And I had it I bought it around the time of my birthday, which was July. So I've had this radar for maybe 2 to 3 months. That's not a super long time, but it's long enough for me to know that it works. So if you feel like the radar is good for you and you want to get a radar, this is a good reasonable price radar, because the Max Escort 360, the one with the arrows that I was talking about, that bad boy is like almost $700. Depending on where you get it at, it could be like $800. So 360 compared to 800 or even 700, that's a good deal when they got almost about the same efficiency. Like a minute difference, maybe. But if it goes off and you slow down, you should be good. Only time you might possibly get pulled over is if you don't slow down. So it's good for me. Like I said, it's been working for me. So if you feel like it's for you, by all means, go ahead and get one. You can get them on Amazon, because I know not everybody has the car toys near them. So you can get it off Amazon, you can get it off eBay, You can buy it off a lot of different sites. I think Best Buy carries it and a couple more places. Also, like this video, drop a comment. You know, I'm curious to see what y'all gotta say. If you have a radar detector and it has worked or it hasn't worked for you, if you're looking for one, you want more information, just comment. I'm a real ass dude. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. Y'all know how I do. So like this video, comment, subscribe, because I got a bunch more videos coming y'all way of some real legendary shit. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all on the next video.